So my name is Maura O'Connell and I have a small casting studio here in West Cork. And up until March last year, I was concentrating on life casting, where I would create molds of, it was family groups is where I focus. All of my work is about family connections and memories, and just to keepsakes for family. So I had to stop that last year, but I very quickly realized that I could get into something else. I had seen silver fingerprint jewelry and bought myself a kit, spent a couple of months learning and trial and error. And this was actually my first very successful piece. It's my two children's fingerprints. So they're like I say, it was practice, and I kept my Facebook and my Instagram audience involved while I was doing that. So almost straight away, I had someone contact me to see if I could do a little something for her. Her first grandchild had just been born, but because of COVID, she wasn't able to meet him or give him a hug or anything. But we were able to get a fingerprint impression from him. I posted out some molding materials and her daughter did the impression, and I created a tiny little charm for her. And it's something tactile, something she could hold on to, even while she couldn't get a little squeeze from her new grandchild. She had something of his essence, say. So that was very sweet. And again, to the family connection, these are prints from two little boys who are living here, but their granny lives in Chile, and she hasn't seen them in over a year and a half. But that was sent off to her as just a little keepsake, a little something from her Irish grandchildren, to keep them close by her, to keep them, close at hand and close. And as we know, fingerprints are unique to all of us. So only those boys could have made that mark, which is very special for her to have. A bit of the process then. So there's two ways I have of taking fingerprint impressions. This molding silicone I can post out to people. They take the impression at home and post it back to me, and I magic and wizardry, I turn it into, or stamp it into some silver. Now this, it's lovely print, but it's only as deep as your own natural print. And I've discovered that, we have different depths in our prints and different levels of clarity in them. So for these, I often add a patina to highlight some details of the print. This was a present for a mom. It was her 3 children together, so she wears that to hold on to them. And then the second way I have of taking impressions is simple at home. It's kind of like CSI at your kitchen table, using sellotape and a pencil. You can take the impression very quickly, very easily. All you need to do then is take a photograph of that on your phone and send it to me. And again, through the computer and creating stamps, I can create a stamp then to impress into the silver. Again, it's your own fingerprint, but it's more stylized in this one. And the clarity is there, and the depth of print is there. It's guaranteed with this way. And similarly, a similar process for prints, for hand prints like this. Now, this one was very, very special one. And indeed the following one. Here in Ireland, when a little baby is stillborn or dies soon after birth, the hospital, as a keepsake for the parents, take impressions of the hand and the footprints of the baby. And I'm able to take that and turn it into something very, very tangible. And I know just from feedback from customers, the act of holding on to something tangible, only that little baby could have made a mark like that. And that's a very special thing for parents to have. It's also very special for, not just because it's a memorial piece, but, your children who are hale and hearty, say, they're special pieces for that as well. This next one, again, was a memorial piece, and it was very special. This was from a young woman who died a few years ago, just before her 21st birthday. Of meningitis, and again the hospital took her handprint, and her sister Kate contacted me because she'd seen me on social media, contacted me to see if I could do something. And I had the handprint. I was able to do that, no problem, but I had a closer look, and in one of the fingerprints there was just enough detail in the lines that I could create a stamp. And that was the first piece I made for Kate. That went to her mom, who was able to hold it. Grania was her sister's name, and Gra, Gra Fada, that's the shortened version of Grania, and it's also the Irish word for love. So it's a very special piece. And you know, it's a real honor and it's a privilege to be able to provide a family with something like that they can hold on to. And just finally, very recently, I was looking at ideas for the guys, because not all men will wear jewelry. So I found a supplier of this beautiful bog oak. I've just put some of these on my Crafters of Ireland page just today, and I'll be putting the ornaments up again soon. And I love the idea of this ancient oak that's been in the ground for so long. Like when our ancient ancestors were walking the woodlands of Ireland. And now you can have your family prints, or, you know, little baby prints or whatever it is on them. So they're, like I say, they're new experiments, and they've just gone on my Crafters page, and a couple of more samples there of ornamental pieces. And again, a keyring. You can see I love the detail on the bog oak, and it's very tactile itself. So that's where I am at the minute. And again, thanks to everybody for your attention and for letting me on here. Thank you.